Hi guys, I'm back. It's Saturday. I cleaned up my big mess and I mixed up some paints and I thought let's just do a pour. So what I have is Vallejo fluid. It's a test medium, no silicone. So no silicone. So we're going to see what happens when we put this together. And what I'd like to do is put it in a new cup. I think that's the best thing we can do. But on the other hand, I'm thinking maybe I should put it in one of these and cut off the top. Yeah. Because I'd like to really pour it. So let's see how that works. Something like this, see, and then you can pour it. Yep, we're going to do that. So we're going to put in the white. This is titanium, then a lot of blue, then the turquoise. And the colors are really something that I didn't think about. You know, I just want to see if I can get a sort of a new way of pouring, a new pattern, new effect, if you know what I mean. Let's see, get it all out. That should be enough. Now I'm gonna make sure it's, whoops. Okay, let's do this. That is looking kind of cute. But absolutely not doing what I thought it'd do. But it is kind of nice. Isn't it? It is kind of... Okay, I'll help it. Oh, and the colors are beautiful. So I'm gonna torch it because a lot of you are wondering if it'll do something. And there are tiny, tiny little cells, but they are not cells. They're just the air bubbles that pop. And that's all it really is. Now I'm trying to get them a little bit bigger, but that doesn't work. A little bit. Works a little bit. As you can see here, they're getting a little bit bigger, but other than that, nothing happened. Now there are some big cells up here, and I don't know why that is. Oh boy! See, that's what I'd like to have on my canvas. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna put in a little bit of silicone anyway. I can just try see what this does. It sells a tiny little bit, but it's because the air bubbles are popping and they release what's underneath. That's all what's happening. So let me get a palette knife. And get some of this paint back in here. But this is really beautiful. I think I'll just leave it like that. I kind of like it. I'll just make sure the corners are done. And I'll give you a close-up. Yeah, it is pretty. It really is. Okay, it's done. And it's still moving, so that's kind of cool. And then the rest of it, let me get a cloth thing. Just to clean off the hands because, wow. I'm sorry, but I'm just a little bit in awe about what's going on because it's moving a little bit more, and that way the cells in the stripe here are getting a little bit bigger, and the colors are just, I don't know, I just love these colors, and it's beautiful just like it is. Okay, let me put this away for a little bit. I'll show you a close-up in a bit. Now, what I wanted to do is get some of this. Wow, that is beautiful. Look at those colors. And you're not even seeing the depth of these colors because they are awesome. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make a macro. Just let me move it a little bit that it's a bit more interesting, and then I'm gonna see what I can do with it. I have to put on the lights. That's it. Let's see what we got. Wow, yeah, that's beautiful. But I think it would be prettier if I put a little bit of that lighter color in somewhere, and then the white. And while we're doing this, you'll see that this still moves, but that's a good thing because so you know what happens to it. Let me turn this around. There it goes. That's kind of cool. I'm gonna make a picture of this bit here. Got the lights in my eyes. Yeah, that's beautiful. But there are a couple of air bubbles in it, so I'll do that first. Now they're out. Okay, underneath this video, I'll give you the link again to my Google Drive. And if you like it, you can download it. It's going to be, I'll show you what it's going to be. I took a picture of this middle section, and it's really awesome. I really like what it did, so that's what we're going to do. Now, I see that I have some green left over from yesterday, and I would like to put that in there too for the next picture. There. Now let it all come together. Wow, that really brightens it up. But I want this moving a little bit more. And let's see what this looks like. Yep. That is cool. Yep. Okay, now I'm going to spray it with silicone. And as you can see, it does do something. See that? That's by spraying a little bit of that silicone on top. Let's see if we can get a picture. Do have to get rid of the bubbles. That's it. And I think I'll leave it just like this. Let it dry. I've got some really pretty pictures, and that's all I really wanted. Oh no, what did I do? I guess you guys saw what happened here before I did. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Okay. And all over here, but it's okay. Okay, listen guys, this is something that happens when you're not paying attention. So what happened, I sprayed, they got a little bit of spray on this. One might say it's prettier, I don't know, but I really liked it before I did that. Okay, but now we know that when you do that, I'll show you up close. It's not totally ruined. See that? Oh boy, this is my first video for today and I already messed up. I kind of like it. It's okay, but I liked it before too. So I'll just have to do that one again. But I'll put this away now before I damage it even more. That's the fun bit, when you get to see what I do and you see the mess up before I do. Oh, that is so funny. Okay. This, what happens here, that is kind of cool too. And now I'm thinking, you know, I don't want to throw this away. It's so pretty. But let's do something with the drip off. Scoop it up on a piece of paper. A little bit more. A little bit more. Let's add some green. And I was hoping that it would come up, you know, that green stuff, that it would come up a little bit, but I guess not. A little bit more. Let's push that in there. Okay, I think I can make some awesome picture of that, because that is beautiful. Let me put it down there. Yep. Get a little bit of that, the air bubbles out. I'll go and see if this is something cool. Yep, it is. Okay. Now, I've had a lot of people ask me how I do my pictures, and I'll tell you one more time. I wish you would search my channel, because there's a lot of videos about it and you'll miss out if you don't find them. The most important part of making macro pictures is your lens. Your camera can be 10 years old, no problem at all, as long as you have a dedicated macro lens. And that's what I have on my camera. It's a 50mm macro, and that makes all the difference, because people are saying, oh, your pictures are so clear and so, but it all has to do with leveling it. Number one is the most important part, is the macro lens. Number two is the tripod. You have to have a tripod. Number three, very important, you have to have a remote release for your camera. You don't want to be touching your camera. You have to have one on a wire, and if you can, some cameras, they have the remote controlled release. Very important. Number four, you have to have good lighting, and what I have is at the moment is 2 daylight lamps shining from both ways, so you don't get a shadow, so that's important. And of course the end result, depending on who prints it. I print it at home, but just to show you guys, you know, what I'm putting up on my drive. But usually I will send them away and get them printed with archival print ink, because that's important if you want to keep it for a long, long time. They guarantee these prints for about 100 years, and I think that's what you want to go for if you're going to sell your prints. So the whole setup is really easy. It's just a tripod, it's your camera. You got to level everything out. You got to level out where you put your image on. You got to level out your camera, because that has to be totally level, because you're up so close that even the slightest tilt in your camera or table will result into one side being sharp and the other side being not so sharp. So you got to level everything out and have good daylight lamps, and don't be a cheapskate when it comes to a lens. You can buy them secondhand on eBay, and I think you guys have Craigslist, but I heard scary things about Craigslist, so I'd avoid that. But you can buy them secondhand. Even a good camera shop will have secondhand lenses, and I'm telling you, if you buy one, you will have a lens for life, because they are so good. They are very pricey, but you get what you pay for. That's about it. So too bad about the other painting, and the thing is that I will be doing that one again, because I think that's something I want to try just one more time. That's cool. That is cool. That is a really nice little bit of cells. So I'm going to clean up my mess again, people, and when I come back, I will have a new set of paint mixed up, and this whole weekend it's going to be about the medium, with silicone, without silicone. So if you have requests, don't hesitate to ask, and I'll see what I can do. I had one question about pouring on a piece of felt. You call it felt, we call it filt. And I will be doing that too, because, well, why not? I got some of that stuff upstairs, and I will see what I can do. Okay? Yeah, I gotta torch that. I wanted to see a couple of cells. Okay, guys. Love you all to pieces. Liebe euch alle. And I will be back when I'm back.